Desperate Central Floridians looking for an affordable place to live, all left holding a meaningless lease.
As if the market isn't tough enough out there, scammers are making it a dangerous place, trying to swipe your savings. And Erik Von Ancken exposes the very latest housing scam before it costs you thousands.
Even on a cold winter evening, the view from 509 Queens Mirror Circle is gorgeous.
Probably 2,900 square foot, and it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath.
Property manager Dennis Burgess took us on a tour. He showed us the pool, the massive kitchen, even the parquet floors. The house is exceptional for this part of Castleberry, so he was able to rent it for almost $2,000 a month.
Y'all know what you paid to rent this place, right. $18.95.
And the tenants are quite happy with that now, but not on moving day.
We had about 4 people that came to look at the house that on the day we moved in.
Thinking that
the house was available.
And thinking that they were renting it.
Right.
People started showing up here with their own leases for only $900 a month. But the real tenants had already signed the real lease.
I was shocked. I was amazed, and I recalled Dennis right away.
Then the saga begins.
Someone had designed his own ad on the popular classified website Craigslist, where you can buy, sell, and rent everything from houses to pets to sex partners. Everything is fair game, and there's very little policing of the site, and scammers know it.
Apparently they'd used my actual ad and changed some things around and
changed the email address.
Change the email address.
The real Dennis found out about the scam when the fake ad disappeared and the would-be renters started calling him.
They actually spoke with a Nigerian Dennis Burgess. Accent's just a slight bit different from mine. And again, this gentleman was still telling them to wire money, Western Union, $900, and
this is where the scam starts to unravel. You're looking at the stack of emails back and forth between just one would-be renter and the scam artist. He writes that he is Dennis Burgess, the owner of the house you are making enquiry of, spelled wrong, and finally that he is kind, honest, and trustworthy. At first, his victim believes that she wants to, so the scammer sends her a form.
This is the application,
which she apparently takes seriously. She fills it out top to bottom.
And then it gets more personal. Do you smoke? Do you drink? Ask their working hours, if they work late at night.
And some people actually answered those questions.
And then the victim gets suspicious, saying she's been scammed before, and writes, "Will you please provide proof of ownership of the property?" His response in broken English, quote, "You have nothing to worry about."
Their leases are drafted Dennis Burgess, and these people, at least at first look, they believe I've deceived them, and I hate that.
This Dennis had to disappoint dozens of would-be renters who almost lost a lot more than their time and effort. They almost wired the $900 deposit Western Union, which is what the scammer instructed.
Can't really say that I was surprised.
We showed the emails to Florida Department of Law Enforcement agent in charge, Wayne Ivey.
The economy's tough, and a lot of people are looking for that great deal out there, and the criminals know that, and they're taking advantage of it.
Agent Ivey says the amount of scams he's seeing lately has soared, and his agents are working overtime, but the number of crooks caught is not rising as quickly.
Because a lot of these scams, especially the phishing scams, they're operated from overseas, which makes our job just incredibly tough.
There are no safeguards that I'm aware of that would safeguard anybody from copying your information.
Winter Springs realtor Jeff Rancher says you can't blame Craigslist. In fact, he says all realtors use the website as a tool to sell and rent houses. It's free, it's easy, and it's quick.
Here's one for $500, three-bedroom house. This one does seem a little bit fishy in terms of what they're showing.
So it's entirely up to you to do your homework. He says there's no harm in calling a number or sending an email, but don't send any money or personal information until you've checked out the property manager, if there is one, and the owner.
Your assessed value.
Look up how much the house is worth on the county's property appraiser website.
It's a good indicator of what is fair.
And it'll also tell you who really owns the house.
Don't just take it and say, wow, that's a great deal, I'm going to jump on it. Take it to that next level and investigate it just as you would if it was going to impact you for the rest of your life, because really it can't.
I want to get the word out that if something looks too good to be true, it probably is.
And I can't tell you how many times I heard that same advice while investigating this story. It's the best advice we can give you. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. It's rare someone will ask you to wire money or call an international phone number. And you should always visit the property in person at least once. And if you can't, have somebody else do it. A realtor, a relative, a co-worker at a new job. And try to meet with the person doing the renting. If they won't meet with you, certainly, Jackie, that is a red flag.
Definitely. And speaking of realtors, they would, of course, recommend that you use one. But what about other experts you spoke to?
Well, it's not a bad idea, they say, especially if you're out of town, as long as you can find a reputable realtor. And remember, if you are the one doing the buying or the renting, Jackie, you will not pay the commission. The other side pays for it. So it shouldn't cost you.
All right. Some great information. Erik, thank you.